more or less in the bronze matches, which is sometimes common more, sometimes less. And usually the compound men or recurve men, there's more chances to get these open points
and we move now to the
and open doors to surprise.
And for the next match, we welcome the staff and the coaches on the field.
And you know, like how I was saying that we have another ranking interesting match. So it's coming up now. Compound when open. Veselin Uzelac, 16th ranked, versus Diego Quesada Arias, number 6th ranked.
Yeah, that's. I mean, to rank 16th versus. I mean, we're talking about 11 points there in the qualification gap. So, right, that's. I mean, just barely over one arrow.
Yep.
Right. So when the scores get so close, it's like, 3 points is, 4 or 5 positions.
For the bronze medal,
I mean, Costa Rica and Serbia, very, very surprising combination in the bronze match. And regarding the world records, it's very hard for them to beat. It's already 150. Now it's just the amount of X's.
Do you know what the X count is?
9.
9.
Shot in 2015 by Alberto Simonelli. Alberto is no longer shooting at the moment.
No. Were you there when it happened?
Not in this specific match, but I was meeting with him many times on various tournaments. And he's very strong.
And we're ready to go for the first end, sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting. The able-bodied compound match for men is 150, I believe 12 X's, held by Rio Wild for a very long time.
Yep.
And
I mean, once you hit the 150, then you start to no longer care about X's until you start to fight for the world records, and then it starts to be an issue.
Yeah.
To actually get them all into the X ring.
Yeah, it's
a brand new level.
It is. It's a new level of to shoot that tight for the full match is exceedingly hard to do. So I've seen other archers shoot 13 X's and then shoot a 9. So there's tons of pressure. Again, the archers put the pressure on themselves, and the world puts pressure on them sometimes as well. Well, but this should be a pretty phenomenal match. I'm excited, and here we go.
Yeah, we have a good 10 liner.
A liner, probably 10. Yes, it's a 10.
So let's see what the answer will be from Veselin.
Yeah, I mean, especially in compound, it's so important to open up strong with a good 10.
Because once you lose so many points, it's hard to get them back.
Absolutely.
10.
Okay.
Both archers are, they've got good marks.
It's the same grouping in the same spot. It's the same liner.
The same point. It's a 10.
Yeah. So he grabs.
He for sure have a nice
clicks.
grouping. So just small adjustment and it should be it.
Yep.
I mean, the compound open category, it's a very big one. Always too many archers down there.
10.
Too many archers down there. What do you mean?
Well, usually the recurve is less packed than it's the compound. Here is the same, 29 athletes versus recurve men 22.
I see.
So it's very hard to go to the top 4.
Okay, 3 arrows in a coin. 10, probably.
Yeah, he's got a, you know,
To just move
very
it.
tight group that needs
And the coach is
more
showing like
clicks.
it's so close.
Yeah. I don't know if they're breaking down low, you know, if his shot's going off when his pin is settled down low, or if,
Or maybe it's just the side mark.
yeah, his side mark needs a little love in the downward
9,
direction.
29.
So we have a 29 and
Yeah, this could be also, like, I think the first one was, maybe now with the other arrows hitting the same spot, maybe it could moved. But I guess the spotter saw it much better.
Yeah,
so it could be
I'd move it.
30, maybe it could be 29.
I like to hit the middle of the 10 if I can. Makes me feel better about myself.
But for the recurver, it's a little different point of view than for the compounder.
Oh,
In terms of like having really the central axis versus being around the 10 ring.
sure, the level of precision in
Yeah.
compound is higher, but
Of course you want to hit it, that's not doubtful.
yeah,
But it's more like you will not really move your side as much if you are X down, like
No.
the compounder would do.
not correct. I mean, if I had 3 arrows just out of the X,
You will be like, okay, I'm there, and
no,
let's
I would
continue.
move it. I would move it.
But just like this brief
Sure,
move.
but always right. Always looking to be better. So we'll
this
see
is
what these
what
guys
we
do.
need to do. Yep.
Absolutely. So we definitely started off well. You know, 29 to 30.
Yep.
It's going to be a fun race to the finish here.
I started to like these bronze matches. It's
Did you
full
know?
of excitement.
Took some getting used to, but now you've acquired the taste.
No, not getting used to, but sometimes we unconsciously expect like the gold matches to be the best,
Yes.
but at the end it's usually the bronze one because
Well, these guys are fighting for a medal,
yeah, exactly.
right? In gold.
10, excellent.
Look at it.
If you lose the gold medal, you
You just get silver.
get a silver. If you lose the bronze medal, you're going home with nothing in your hands.
Yeah, as there is always this saying, the bronze people already lost, and then they can go at home with the winning feeling.
Yes.
However, the silver ones is going home with the lost feeling.
Yes.
So it's actually to be better winning this match than the silver one.
I mean, with my current experience, I will disagree with you, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's better to have a silver space, the silver medal, and so second place, but
8.
That 8 is
better than
not,
nothing, you know.
It is absolutely better than nothing.
But hey, 4 is also good, especially in this big group of athletes which was here.
Yeah.
What happened
Both.
there?
I don't know. Both athletes shot an 8 that arrow. So.
But the breeze is not really.
It's not the breeze. It's just. It's interesting as Veselin shot an 8 first, and then Diego answered with an 8. Sometimes when your opponent does something,
9,
You kind of like,
27.
I can shoot, and then you do it
you
the
know,
same.
yeah, it's funny, right? If you're in a tight match, then all of a sudden your opponent shoots, you know, a board an 8
Yep.
or a 7. You're like, oh, I could do that too. It's weird.
That was a nice
Ah,
shot. And still down in the 10 ring.
27 means that Alex Quesada keeps the advantage point.
Yeah, so we-
57 to 56.
Right, we have a 27-point end, and you know, tied up for that end, but still giving Diego the 1-point advantage going into our third end.
Yeah, I mean, it will be
So we're confirmed.
like this 1 point difference,
Uzelac,
3 ends to go. It will be still a very interesting match
The second matcher is going to shoot first on target
to
one.
happen. Because really anything can happen. Like we just saw a few 8s down there.
Yeah, absolutely, out of both archers. So, it is the battle of the blue bows. This match. Oh, you've got your sunnies on.
Because I actually was mirrored by the back mirror from one of the scooters from one of the archers.
I see.
And the sun was like coming so back to me. It's like a flashlight coming back to you. The sunny piggy.
Nine.
Still, they need to find a proper center.
9.
But both of them now. Are you meeting Diego a lot of times in Pan Americans?
I believe so. It's been an interesting couple of years with COVID and tournaments, and I didn't go to the Pan American Championships, the last time it was held, so it's been a while, but yes, I've met him before.
True, you just
and
got the point.
yes,
spot.
exactly. So I'm hoping to see him.
Oh, did you see the movement?
I absolutely did.
10.
So if you guys didn't see it at the moment, he was just like sitting and then completely move his torso fully on different level.
Towards the target, like he was leaning away from the target, and then he
And then
came to more
completely
upright.
move.
And I hadn't seen that before in his shot, so I don't know
Me neither.
if he just
I think
felt
he just
uncomfortable.
realized that it's. I think he just realized that he's not in the proper position with his trunk.
27,
Yeah.
83.
So pay attention more right now. I mean,
Yeah, he's. It was not so rapid like now, but
yeah,
the front was moving a little bit.
29,
And it looks like that's the
85.
difference of hitting the tens
86,
versus the rest.
and his
Really, the
he must
posture.
must have a good amount of core strength because he's also got a good amount of weight hanging off that bow.
Yeah.
Right. My level of paralysis is pretty high, so without any strapping or anything like that, if I tried to pick his bow up, I'd probably fall out of my chair. So
But he looks
we'll
like
see when he
has
picks it
strong
up again.
arms.
But absolutely. I hope so. He's pushing himself in a wheelchair all day, so
So should you.
I do have strong arms. I have a weak core.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
So yeah, if I'm strapped into my chair and all that, I can hold up a heavy bow, not a problem. So
Would you fall down from the chair?
Confirmed 83,
what's that?
Would you fall down from the chair if you were trying to push it with
Without
this heavy bow? Without strapping?
Without strapping and without lateral support, yeah, I would fall out of the chair.
Take you.
Yeah, like not backwards. I would fall over the side, like
Yep.
towards the bow,
Yeah.
because it would just lever me over. But I mean, holy
Yeah, the
moly,
weight is
he's probably
incredible.
got I don't know, over 20 ounces off his front rod and
Yeah, and the
probably
back
close
is-
to 30 out the back.
It's kind of like Josef Bosanski in able bodies.
Yeah, or Mike Slosher has
also a lot.
all the weight you can find on his bow.
Yep. It's fun to travel in the airlines, I guess.
I'm sure he's got to do creative things to get everything.
To put it in the pockets.
If you have two complete bow setups, with all your arrows, all your releases, maybe your scope in there, a quiver,
10.
getting that thing
It's pretty expensive.
around 50 pounds or less is hard to do when you've got 5 pounds of extra weight just hanging off your bow.
That's for sure. But it's nice to see also the different setup of the tunnel, of the scope,
It's another
side, and also then the weights between these two archers.
Yeah, there's so many. Oh, he drew it and it came off his wrist. So a little quick reset. No, not a big deal.
And this is the advantage of the 30 seconds here.
Yeah, you absolutely have
9.
a little extra time to get things set up. If you have that little bobble, it's not the end of the world. We can see these archers are shooting different releases as well, where Veselin is shooting I call it a wrist release. You know, it's a strap around his wrist, and he's using his index finger to trigger the release.
10,
Wow,
10, 10,
very nice
that.
hand.
Very, very nice. And where Diego is using a thumb button, still a trigger style release where he adds tension to get it to fire. But
6.
we just did we just go to
And
a
his hand.
Let it
just
swap.
swap the advantage point there.
Yep.
So Veselin just changed the tide of this match by shooting well, and Diego, you know, had a very wild 7 for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's in this level, this is very unexpected shot.
Yeah, that is
Especially when you start with
normal.
30. With a super
Absolutely.
close grouping there.
Yeah, so
I mean, one end to go. Maybe we will
one
have
end to
another
go,
shootout.
1 point. That would be obviously the best case scenario. So
Now, Veselin Uzelac that is leading. Only 1 point when there are 1 end to go.
So Diego is starting now.
So Diego gets to start now. Oh, there was that posture adjustment there. Later in the draw cycle.
10.
Maybe he should do that every time.
Yeah, I think that was really the difference between how he's lying down in the chair versus how he wants to shoot. And usually it happens the more the wheelchair archers are sitting, the more they are like sliding down, and sometimes they just don't realize they need to go back up. Yep.
10x.
He is shooting just so good now. And let me remind you, he was ranked 16th.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could see, you know, maybe he had an issue on qualifying day. You know, you have 1 or 2 bad arrows.
I mean, you know, issues. He shot 670.
Yeah,
So
but clearly, I mean, he's shooting here.
and Diego
the way to be on-
681,
well
and he
on-
was already 6th.
Exactly. So,
That just tells you that
the scores are so-
compound is just completely different level.
yeah, absolutely.
9.
The scores there are, they're so close. Like, right, if you have 1 arrow where something happens that's out of your control, you could drop a lot of places for, you know,
Yeah, and I mean, for example, in this case for Diego, the 7 was
Covered.
really.
I don't see. It looks like 8, but I'm not sure. Sorry for my angle.
So we have to wait for the judge's confirmation because the 8 is not really 100% sure.
yeah, 8, maybe a 9.
So 8 to tie. No pressure.
10.
It's a 10. So, I mean, we need to just wait for Diego's 3rd arrow.
So I see,
But
it looks
probably
Yeah, I don't
this is
see.
another interesting match. And actually, I'm happy Veselin won on target number 1 because he just made the destiny different. And now we are finally
Yeah,
both targets winning.
both targets have had a winning match now.
It's a confirmed Veselin Uzelac from Serbia. Is the
Serbia
bronze
gets
medal.
their own bronze medal, and that's also cool. All right, so that was the compound category, and it's now behind us, and we will go